Good morning, students. We have studied part first of 2.6 Science and Spirituality. In this, we have seen that there were three best friends. That was Dr. Kalam. His friend was from Hindu religion and from Christian religion. They were best friends. They used to meet together and discuss. So we will see how Dr. Kalam achieved his goal, whatever he set for his life. That though his father was a boatman, but he observed his father well, that by profession he was a boatman, but he used to work as an imam in their local mosque. And whatever principles were followed by Dr. Kalam's father, Dr. Kalam was greatly impressed with the principles, and he also applied the same principles in his life. So in the first part we have seen that these three friends, that is the Hindu friend Pakshi Lakshmana Shastrigal, and the Christian friend, that is Reverend Father Badal, how they discussed the problems of the community and how they tried to find the solutions of those problems for the betterment of the community, for the development of the society. That we have seen that from the childhood he used to try such type of things. Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn second part of the lesson 2.6 Science and Spirituality. In the 1960, when Dr. Kalam joined ISRO, so ISRO means Indian Space and Research Organization. It was just a fledgling organization. Fledgling means new and inexperienced. So at that time the organization was new. That's why it doesn't have much more experience. His interaction with the great scientist Professor Vikram Sarabhai and the Reverend Peter Bernard Pereno shaped his thoughts on religion. It was here that he learned about the true meaning of religious service. Professor Sarabhai and his team had selected a site in Tumba, Kerala to set up their space research facility. It was an ideal site due to its proximity. Proximity means closeness to the magnetic equator. But there was a major roadblock in getting possession of the site, as it was the fishing grounds of Tumba's fishermen. Moreover, it had an old church of Saint Mary Magdalene, a bishop's house. Bishop means a senior member of the Christian clergy, and a school which was under the administration of the church. Government officials predicted means foretold. So predict means to tell the future, that it would be impossible to relocate so many people from the site and destroy religious institutions for the sake of a space research center. So at that time they had a difficulty because the scientists have decided a place near the magnetic equator, that is Tumba, which is located in Kerala state, and at that place there was a church. Even there was a school, and again there was a fishing ground of Thumba's fishermen. So they thought that it is very difficult for them to relocate all these things only for the sake of a space research center. But upon Dr. Sarabhai's persistence, it was suggested that they approach the only person who could help them in this situation. That was Father Pereira, the then bishop of the religion. So they thought that this person is able to help them only. Dr. Sarabhai and Dr. Kalam approached Father Pereira on a Saturday evening. So as we know that the Christian people go to church on Sunday. So Dr. Sarabhai and Dr. Kalam approached Father Pereira on a Saturday evening. The Reverend said, "Oh Vikram, you are asking me for my children's abode." Abode means a dwelling place. That is a residential place for my abode and for God's abode. How is it possible? Father Pereira then invited the party to visit the church on a Sunday morning. Then the father invited them to church directly on a Sunday morning. Dr. Sarabhai, his team, and the forever inquisitive disciple, that is Dr. Kalam, took up the offer. So this offer was given to these people at church the next Sunday. When they went there, the Reverend invited Dr. Sarabhai up to the dais. After the prayer service, turning to everyone present, he said, "Dear children, here is a scientist." See how cleverly the father, Reverend Father, introduced the scientist and said to the people, "Dear children, here is a scientist, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. What does science do for us? We benefit from the devices that science has developed to light up our homes." So that is because of the electricity. I am able to talk to you using this mic. Mic is a microphone. Thanks to technological advancement, medical science allows. So he continued and said, medical science allows doctors to diagnose and treat patients. So with the help of medical technology, the doctors are able to diagnose, to find out from what disease the patient is suffering from, and then the doctors are able to treat the patient. Science and technology enhance the overall comfort and quality of human life. So he said that science and technology enhance. Enhance means increase the level, the overall comfort and quality of human life. So in this way, with the help of science and technology, we have upgraded our life. And what do I do as a preacher? He said, I pray for you, for your well-being and for your peace. In short, Vikram and I am doing the same job. He said, see that as a preacher, what does the father do in a church? He said, I am also a father, so what do? I pray for you, for your well-being and for your peace. So I am also trying for your peace. In short, Vikram Sarabhai and I, both of us, are doing the same job. Both of are trying to give you more comfort. But science and spirituality seek the Almighty's blessings for the prosperity of the human. Prosperity means development. So by saying such type of sentences, Father tried to convince the people because it was very difficult to relocate the church, that is their prayer place, even the school which is run by the church. Therefore, Father tried to convince the people by telling that science, that is the scientist Vikram Sarabhai, and the preacher, that is the father, both of them are doing the same type of job. They are working for the comfort of the common people. They are working for the peace of the common people. So, in this way, Father explained and introduced Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, and he said that both of us are working for your betterment. Both science and spirituality seek the Almighty's blessings for the prosperity, that is for the development, for the progress of the human mind and body. So he said, in this way we are trying to prosper, develop human mind and body. He continued and said, dear children, Dr. Vikram says that within a year he wants to build scientific facilities near the sea coast. So he continued and said that Dr. Vikram Sarabhai wants to build a scientific facilities, that is a research center near the sea coast within a year, replacing all the settlements that now stand there. And he wants to replace all the settlements. So in settlements, what things were there? There was a church, there was a school. So that was the abode of the people, and even Father, and even that was the abode of God. So he said that he want to relocate these things. Now, can you give up your abode? He directly asked to the people that can you give up your abode, your dwelling place, your residential place? Can I give up my abode? Can we give up God's abode, that is the church, for such a great scientific mission? He said, Dr. Kalam recalled how he witnessed, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam recalled. Recalled means remembered well how he witnessed a pin drop silence for a long moment. As Father explained these things to the people, there was a pin drop silence for a long moment. Nobody disturbed the peace as they started thinking that have to give up their own abode, the abode of their God, the abode of the children, the school. Then everyone got up and the whole church reverberated. Reverberated means echoed loudly with the deafening noise of a collective Ameen. Then he was surprised that everybody got up and said in a echoed loudly, that is reverberating in a collective way, Ameen. And so work on the research center was soon underway. but not without alternate accommodation being offered to the affected fishermen. The church and the Reverend Pereira. The work of the research center was started, but they were not given any other alternate to the affected fishermen, the church, and the Reverend Pereira. In this way, we have completed part second of this lesson. We will see the next part later. Thank you.